Hey guys, Ben from Develop PHP here. Today we are going to talk about watermarking your video. We're going to keep down the video theft by marking it with your text or your logo or your symbol or whatever you want to do. So, really simple process. Working here in Sony Vegas again, and I've got a little video clip here of a little baby playing in the kitchen. And let's just say we're going to load this up on YouTube and just want to mark it so no one else can snatch it and call it their own. So how do we do it? Pretty easily. We got two tracks here. We've got an audio track and we have a video track. We need to create an additional video track for the watermark itself. And you just simply right click on the timeline, insert video track. That's going to drop down a new empty timeline video track for you, and just hover over the empty track, right click, insert text media, and it brings up the text media dialog box. Now notice over here in the preview that it's showing you in real time what you are doing. So that's really helpful whenever you're doing something like this, so you can watch it as you're doing it to make sure you like what you see and you like what you're doing. So let's just call this my video. And we can change the font. Let's see. That's cool. And we'll drop the size down a little bit here. Alright, there we go. You can change the alignment, left, right, center, and things like that. However, if you click the placement tab, it gives you a drag and drop feature, so you can drag this all around and put it anywhere you want to. I'm going to stick it down here in the bottom left hand corner. This little red outline you see here is called the safe zone. That's pretty much, it's set at 10% now, so you can kind of think of it as it sucks in from 10% around the outer edge and gives you a nice little reference point to go by if you want to drop your text in. But we're going to drop this down to 5, and that's going to give me the ability to tuck it away just a little bit lower on the film. Next is properties. This is where you pretty your text up, so to speak. You choose your colors, and you can actually choose a text color, and then you can choose the background color of the video track that you're inserting. So if I click that, obviously you see over here that the background is that teal blue and your video itself disappears. So if you're just doing a watermark, you kind of want to stay away from the background colors. So just drag this back down, drag the transparency back down to 0, and it's going to give you a clear background. The effects tab, this is just where you pretty up your text a little bit. You can do an outline. As you can see, it creates like a glow, and you can play with the settings here. You can do the feather, or you can do the width and things like that. So that's kind of cool. So it gives you this nice thing, and then you've got a drop shadow option, things like that. Deformation allows you to shear the text. You can kick it at different angles, whatever you wish to do, and there's a bunch of presets. So we're going to go with squish top, and then we can adjust the squish top by the slider bar. And this kind of gives it that Star Wars scroll look. So that's cool. We'll leave it there. If you are creating a watermark that you're going to be using repeatedly, take the time and get it exactly how you want it, and then come up here and save it as a preset. You just type it in. So we're just going to call this water. And then you click the save preset, so the next time you come in, you can simply drop down to your preset, and it remembers the settings and drops it in for you like a piece of clip art. And you don't have to worry about going through all this all the time. So get it how you want it, press X. And it's dropped in our video track. However, it just drops it in a couple frames, so if you want to do a watermark, just come out here to the edge, drag it out, come out to this edge, drag it out. And that gets it all through the video. To know if you're lined up on the very edge, when you drag it out, you see that blue bar that highlights on the very edge of the line. That's Vegas telling you that everything's lined up and is nice and symmetrical. Nothing overlapping each other. So, now, as you can see, as I drag my cursor through the video, we've got this cool yellow My Video text. So let's say you design it and you don't really like, you think it's too bright, or it's too bold, it's taking away from the video itself. Well, there's actually an opacity option. Just mouse up to the very top, little finger's going to pop up in a box that says opacity 100%. Click and drag, and you can drag the opacity of that text down. As you can see, I mean, you can take it to just where it's almost invisible. So we're going to go about 50%. That's pretty good. And if you want to, I don't really know why you would on a watermark, but if you want to, you can actually have it fade in and fade out. What you'll do is you come up here to the very edge. Let me zoom in the timeline a little bit so you guys can see this a little easier. You'll come up to the edge here, and you'll get a fade offset option, which is kind of like a quarter of a circle. And then you click and drag that in, and that slowly will gradually fade it from nothing to whatever opacity you have it set to. So I'll fade it in just a little bit, and actually we can come out here to the end of it as well and fade it out just a hair. So it kind of gives it a little, just demagnify that, and we'll play it and see if you guys can. Fades in. Let's just skip to the end here, and fades out. And if you'll notice, when it did the fade out, it actually the text disappeared before the picture did, and of course before the audio would. So if you guys can catch that. So I don't know if you can or not, but that's it, guys. That's how you watermark a video. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you soon.